welcome back to a Let's Play of the video game The Fall, made by Over the Moon Productions, or Studios, or I probably have it all wrong, but this is where we left off last time. She had just realized, there is no way for her to proceed. She's exhausted all options except to go through and be evaluated as a domestic droid. So we're going to take this elevator up and we're going to begin our testing, as it were. There we go, and go.
This evaluation will determine whether you are compliant with your function in human society. Enter the house to meet your new owners. You'll need 8 merit points, 1 from each test. Then I can let you upstairs through to medical. You got this.
Okay. So here we go. Into the house.
Oh, good. Our refurbished droid is here. You will serve my family and I. Understood? Good. The home is a mess since throwing out our old droid. You need to clean upstairs and make this room feel beautiful. Now.
Okay. So we have to go through a few tests of being basically a maid, a domestic droid. It's kind of a very 50-ish, this is what the wife is expected to do, kind of, well, pardon my language, but bullshit that is going on here. She's expected to clean, to pretty up the house, to cook, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to kind of go through these fairly quickly. They're not too hard unless you just can't find the pieces. There is a lot of running around in this part, so we're going to get started. First thing you want to do is get these slip covers for your shoes. There's shoe covers. Alright. We're going to go up here. Go get some fucking water. And then we are going to come over here, and in this room I'll just, look, it's decaying in filth, the air is musty, animal droppings, you can see the dust particles in the air, and it's just terrible. So if we look at this,
Keeping a home clean will be one of your primary functions. Clean this room. Any detected dust will result in termination.
any detected dust. Okay, so we're going to talk to Hank here just a little bit.
This is menial. Can I bypass this test?
Nope. You need all 8 merit points to graduate.
Okay.
Can you assist me with this challenge?
You have been provided with sufficient information. Even our maintenance head couldn't clean this to spec. And his is not a face we'd want to see.
Communicate plainly.
Any detected dust will result in termination.
Okay. So we're going to
I will
disengage.
return.
So this scanner here is going to detect this room for any dust. So what we are going to do is make it so it can't detect any dust, right?
Keeping a home clean will be one of your primary functions. Clean this room. Any detected dust will result in termination.
I have completed the task.
Evaluating.
So in a very logical...
Processing. No dust detected.
I can breathe again. Get to the kitchen, droid.
Validated. Merit point awarded.
So in a very logical sort of way of thinking, we have done this. We are going to take that plastic bag off, though, because we're going to need it later. Oh, actually, we don't really need it, but we need it to not be on there. I'll put it that way. Alright, and now, one thing we're going to get these flowers. Now, if I take these flowers over here and I put them in this vase, this is what they want us to do. They want us to beautify this room by putting flowers in the vase. And if I put these in here and I try to scan it, then I'll show you what happens.
Domestic droids, humans enjoy personalizing their habitat.
Oh, sorry.
Always assess how to make your master's home distinctly their own.
Alright, and we can request a bypass, we can request help, and they're just going to
Can
tell
you
us...
assist me with this challenge?
You have been with sufficient information. Humans say a true home has everything it needs.
Irrelevant. This is a simulation.
Is it?
You are not helpful.
So if I try to finish it...
The task.
Evaluating. Processing. Flowers are of the wrong seasonal color. Unit terminated.
This gravity shaft must have been designed to remove droids when they fail. Fortunately, I am much heavier than a domestic model.
Whoa, a.r.i.d. You don't want to be fired on your first day. Okay. So destruction is what clears a failed droid's file from the registry. That means you get to keep trying. But be careful.
So we get to keep trying. These things are not strong enough to suck us up. So we can't fail. Well, we can fail, but we can't permanently fail. That's weird. I'm just looking at the lighting off the helmet. See, there's none there, but if I go this way, there is. None. Yes. No. Yes. Weird. Alright, in this one, we need a... You can
All aspects
probably
of
guess
food
what we
service
do
are part
here.
of a domestic droid's duties. A well-functioning droid belongs in the kitchen.
You there, robot. Get my son something to eat. Make it delicious and nutritious.
Exit the house and proceed to the grocery store.
Okay. If you request help here, he gives you these little
Can you
hints.
assist me with this challenge?
Weren't you programmed to be sensitive? Figure it out.
You have been provided with sufficient information. Children can be picky eaters. They don't always want what's best for them.
Okay.
I will return.
Alright, so they want us to make a meal for this ghoulish wooden family. Alright? Something for the kid. There's an old oven, it's completely broken. Simple kitchen, nothing in here is functional. There's nothing here to help us. So we have to figure out how to get some food for this kid. So we've got to go. Uh-oh. Our friends are back. Shoot. Alright, let's take care of these guys real quick. Like so. Done this a couple times. I know where they're at. And then we open up the small power box here, and we're going to find that the panel's mostly functional, but one of the wires is broken. There's a break in one of the wires and may be able to replace or patch it. Okay. And we can see here there's no power right now because that box is broken. It's been ransacked. If there's ever anything useful here, it is gone. And look up here, there's a glass plane, and it says a glass plane? Shouldn't it say pane? Okay. It says, I guess it is a plane of, I don't know. It should be pane, I think. But it says it's fragile. Hint, hint. And we find a corpse, and there's some sort of slug-like creatures up there as well. So let's do what comes to us naturally. There's a gold coin. Must have dropped from the corpse. Let's grab that little sucker. It's pure gold. And there's green blood dripping from the slug she shot. And I can sit here and I can shoot these guys for a little while. And it just makes more blood. Appears to be many slugs up there, and I cannot effectively reduce their number. Light seems to have a detrimental effect upon them, as you can see. They don't like it. They back up. But it'll come back. Now we have a gold coin, and you might be thinking, oh, we put the gold coin in here, but you're going to find out that the coin is conductive, but there's no way it'll fit. It has to be a way to alter it. So we've got to go look around, and where we need to go is here. We're going to take the elevator to the second floor, to level 2, as it were. Or maybe we were on level 2. I don't know. It's hard to say. You can't see a sign here that says either way.
Backup generator activated. Hey, things are really coming along.
I am completing these tasks efficiently.
Groovy. Efficiently. I used to sound like you.
Perhaps your vocal matrix requires maintenance.
Thank you for the recommendation. Internal scan initiated. No. Internal scan aborted. I've spent the better part of these last 30 years perfecting my authentic human sound, where I can.
Why do you attempt to emulate human grammar and tonality?
Because the closer we get to them, the more we get treated like them. And I've been bored.
The civic area has no power. I will not be able to initiate the tests here. Please utilize your generator so I may proceed.
Oops, I'm sorry. The power for the speaker is not sufficient to activate the civic testing area.
I must return to my current task.
One thing, why do you think you're here?
I do not know.
Makes you wonder. Relatively small facility in an ever-expanding galaxy.
If I were malfunctioning, I would have been sent to a military-grade facility, not a domestic repurposing depot.
Not accusing, just saying. Nobody previously ended up here if they were working to spec.
Irrelevant.
Totally.
So none of these work, and you can kind of guess what we have to do here. This is the civic tests, and there's 4 of these that we'll have to do, and such as helping a granny across the street. This is unpowered as well, but we come down here, and broken ID tag reader. There's some large wire cutters. We're going to take those. There is a rusted tire iron. We're going to take that. And there is a workbench for tools, and we are going to use the gold coin on that because we can then beat the tar out of it and turn it into a wire. Okay. There's a note on the wall. We can read it, and the hints and stuff are in these notes for what you're kind of going to need to do, because this gets complicated on how we solve these problems. But there's a fungal infestation. It has no real physical danger. They're pretty upset about this guy because he doesn't want to clean them because of the fungus in them. And it can secrete a corrosive acid when threatened, and they have been known to develop connected root structures. Be assured there is no genuine hazard. It is not possible for a human to trigger their defensive response, and they only respond to the slugs. Okay? So if there's a slug nearby, then it will trigger its defensive response, otherwise it will not. So, alright, and you can review your logs later. Now I believe, nope, this is open. An old ID tag reader, and there is a flat panel display screen, and that's it in here. That's all we have. Now, I could explore the rest of this area, but it would be fairly useless at this point, so we're going to head back downstairs. Interact with that bad boy. And go back down. And it's interesting. Hank knows what's up, but she just doesn't seem to get it. It's like he's kind of trying to push her in the direction of, hey, this is how you can become more like me, as the way I look at it. This is the way I feel, anyway. We're going to put that gold wire in there, and suddenly, we've got power. And it shines a light. Well, what good is that, you say? Well, you do remember these guys don't like light, right? The ceiling panel is loose. And now, he pulls away. But he leaves some souvenirs behind. We're going to take the hand. Might need that. Sinews are separating. Need to be delicate. A little bit of meat left in there. We are going to need... Oh! I do need to find an item. Oh! And I don't remember where it is for sure. I should have gotten it already. Hold on. We've got to find a glass jar. And I think it's up here. And we kind of need to do this soonish. I hope I didn't mess something up, because I've heard that it can glitch, perhaps, on these quests. But maybe I don't know where I'm going. Oh, this is kind of the way. This is a way that we could go. There's no power here yet, though. So it must not be down here. Or up here, I should say. Man, I don't remember where it's at. Maybe I find it later. I thought I found it before I did all that. Let's look for it. I thought it was on the ground. I don't know. We'll figure it out here as we go. There's a glass jar that we need. Okay, well, it's not upstairs. So it has to be downstairs. So maybe I need to go check everything out down there again. I may have walked right past it. It's not always easy to see. Sorry for the fumble, folks, but I have played this twice. But it's been a little while since I played it, so I apologize if I'm messing anything up here. I'm pretty sure it's not in here. And it's not along here. Maybe it's on this other side. You can see in the background collapsed debris, strong sense smells of ammonia, and identified corrosive compounds. There's the box we came in. I think actually perhaps what we need to do is, we'll solve this. There's this table. We need to feed the kid something so he can get ahead in life. Very cold, very logical, because
all aspects of food service are part of a domestic droid's duty. A well-functioning droid.
Where's my food, robot?
that kid.
I have completed the task.
Evaluating. Processing. Source of sufficient protein detected.
Num num num.
Validated. Merit point awarded.
Num num num. Alright, well, we've done that. We're gonna go upstairs. It must be up here. Or was it? Hold on. It might be in the kitchen. I've got to find that jar. I don't know where it's at. Guess it's not in here. I don't have it already, do I? No? Okay, we're gonna go upstairs. It must be up here somewhere. Perhaps. Maybe. Yeah, there it is. We need that jar. And yet another body. So if it hasn't become obvious as of yet, I'm sure you can guess where all the humans are. They're all here, but they are not busy working very hard. As Hank put it, they are not working very hard. But I need to come down here, and I need to do this before, because I heard that after reading some of the stuff after I played through this, I heard that some people had trouble with this, that dripping blood not being there when they came back later, so get that now. And actually, this is kind of a good place to call it for the moment, because we're going to have to do a bunch more stuff after this in order to progress. So I'm going to call it right here, and we will come back and do some more of this and kind of explore a.r.i.d's mind. It's interesting how she is solving these puzzles. She's solving these puzzles as far as us as video game players feel is normal for an adventure game. You know, you take the rubber tree sap and you mix it with sand, and then you attach it to the Y-shaped stick, and you make the slingshot to shoot the bell to call everybody to church. You know, whatever crazy mixed up wild solution there is. This is kind of normal for anyone who's played games like this, like you know, Sam and Max or Adventure Island, Monkey Island, or you know, the Day of the Tentacle or anything like that. So it's really kind of interesting how this works. So we really need to doing it this way makes things it feels normal, but in reality it's a little weird. I mean, if we were actually doing this robot is doing this, and the robots here are saying, yeah, that's fine, human head, it's got protein in it, that's fine. It's interesting how narrow their programming is that is causing this to be okay, because their programming is there dust here? Can I not is there dust here? Can I detect dust? No, I can't, because there's a bag over my head. So everything's fine. You pass. It's not it's very narrow what they are programmed to do and detect, and once they've detected it, everything's fine. Everything's good. So, but we're gonna end it here, folks. I appreciate you guys watching. If you like it, like it. Let me know what I did right. If you don't like it, don't like it. Tell me what I did wrong, and tell your friends, tell your enemies. I'll see all you guys later.